All right, I am closing public forum, and we will go back and try to address the questions. One of the biggest questions is about the kids being in school, and were they in the school or were they not in the school during those time periods from, what was it, September 11th? So, I don't come to school. We have somebody who can answer that.
No, it's worth saying.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to express my regret for the level of frustration and misinformation circulating throughout this community. I faithfully served Pinelands for over 10 years. Over that time, I performed my duties with a high degree of integrity, compassion, to the highest extent of professional standard. I understand and appreciate your concern for this situation. I can assure you the safety and security of the Pinelands Regional students and staff remains my main priority. Please remember that the primary focus of the $53 million project was to address major structural problems at the high school, and it necessarily involved evacuating 9 classrooms with a provision for scaffolding to provide protection from falling brick at the site. Due to the recent public outcry, I would like to provide you with documented facts about the pertinent events that occurred over the last few months. Based on those facts, I believe you will form an objective opinion that the Board of Education and the administration acted with safety as the most important priority. The project began in June of this year, and I will provide a chronology of events from the start of the current school year to present. On Tuesday, September 5th, the district received a report from the environmental consultant summarizing the results of the roof removal project at the high school. The report recites a comprehensive summary of work performed and the action taken in relation to the high school roof removal project. The document provides an explanation of the scope of work, air sampling, bulk sampling, and final recommendation that I'm quoting, all results were below, within acceptable levels, and Kubithin was given permission to remove the barriers. In other words, the environmental consultant deemed the area safe for occupancy. You can see the September 5th report on our website. On Thursday, September 7th, the students occupied the building for the first time in the school year. Later in the afternoon, a staff member brought to the attention of the high school principal his discovery of debris above ceiling tiles on the 3rd floor of the school. Due to that report, the construction manager scheduled a meeting for the next morning to investigate this claim. Due to weather conditions, no roof work occurred on Thursday, September 7th. On Friday, September 8th, the students occupied the building for the second day of the school year. The following people met at approximately 6:45 a.m. in the high school principal's office and investigated the claims of debris above ceiling tiles throughout the building. Sean Bannon, high school principal. Mel Reed, union president. Chuck Romanoli, Bob Prate, Bob Cedino, New Road Construction. Mike Kubithin, Bob Law, and several others from Mike Kubithin Roofing. Jim Eberts, Epic Environmental. Surprisingly, the group of representatives found a significant amount of debris above the ceiling tiles in areas that the roofing contractor previously confirmed as clean. At this point, the environmental consultant conveyed no concern because previous tests confirmed there were no asbestos-containing materials in the debris. See the bulk sample section of the September 5th, 2017 report from Epic Environmental. Upon hearing the report from our construction manager, I contacted the interim superintendent to inform her of the discovery and register my dissatisfaction with the roofing contractor. I informed Dr. Banks that I would request removal of the foreman from Kubithin. Later that day, a staff member reported the roofing activity caused dust to fall on the desks in the classroom with exposed roof deck because there were no drop ceilings. This report resulted in immediate cessation of work and the relocation of classrooms 178 and 179. The falling dust caused concern because the protocols for removal of the roof called for vacuuming any debris from the corrugated roof deck before installation of the new product. To address this concern, representatives of New Road Construction, Epic Environmental, and Garrison Architects required Kubithin Roofing to cut test holes in the roof to allow them to inspect the roof deck. Upon inspection, they discovered debris on the roof deck. The team found the discovery surprising, since the environmental consultant previously reported the area as clean in the September 5th report and confirmed in a September 10th report, which I'll quote. Previous post-roof removal visual inspections focused on the classrooms with perforated decking, which were clean. Representatives collected bulk and air samples from the areas below the asbestos deck. Bulk sampling of the debris from the deck showed no asbestos contamination. Final PCMs were collected on August 30th. Results were below acceptable levels, and Covithan was given permission to remove plastic interior barriers that separated the asbestos roof area from non-asbestos roof area. Upon discovery of the debris in their investigation, Epic Environmental took additional bulk samples of the material. I refer you to the September 10, 2007 Epic Environmental report that summarizes much of the activity that occurred the weekend of September 8th to 10th. I became aware of the procedures and results of testing late afternoon, Sunday, September 10th, through a phone call I received from Berks Garrison, Chuck Romanoli, and Jim Eberts. In that conversation, they attempted to explain the very complex situation. At no time during that conversation was it indicated to me there was a cause of concern other than poor performance on part of the contractor. They indicated that air samples taken over the weekend detected no evidence of asbestos in the building and it was safe for occupancy, provided no work occurred above the affected area. I refer you to the Epic Environmental September 10, 2017 report, which states bulk samples were non-asbestos, non-detected, and no asbestos was detected in any air samples collected. And therefore, classrooms in this section of the school may remain occupied when there is no rooftop work occurring directly overhead. Based on the aforementioned scientific evidence presented before me, the team decided to meet early Monday morning to discuss the situation. At 8:37 a.m. Monday, September 11th, I asked the interim superintendent for an acceptable time to meet to discuss the evolving roof situation she was initially aware of on September 8th. Based on that discussion, I scheduled a meeting for 2 p.m. with Dr. Banks, myself, Amy Haupt, board attorney, Brooks Garrison, project architect, Chuck Romanoli, New Road Construction, Jim Eberts, Epic Environmental. In this scheduled meeting on September 11, 2017, all attendees discussed the situations and results of testing as documented in the September 10, 2007 Epic Environmental Report. It was determined that everyone present at the 2 p.m. meeting would attend a closed session of the Board of Education scheduled for Monday night, September 11th at 6 p.m. in order to brief the Board of Education on the status of matters. Since there was a previous scheduled construction meeting on September 12th, the group decided that the best course of action would be for the construction professionals to discuss the problem with Mike Covithan Roofing and direct the company to take corrective action. At that time, the management team felt that removing the contractor from the job would exacerbate the situation, resulting in significant delays and cost overruns. During the 2 p.m. September 11th meeting, the environmental consultant confirmed, quoting, "Classrooms in this section of the school may remain occupied when there is no rooftop work occurring directly overhead." Again, based on scientific evidence documented on air testing results reported in the September 10, 2017 letter of EPIC, the team did not discern any concerns about the safety of the students or staff members. Construction on the rooftop above the area of concern remained halted until a course of action was determined. At 6 p.m. Monday, September 11th, the following individuals attended the executive session of the board meeting along with interim superintendent, myself, and board counsel. They included Chuck Romanoli, Bob Crate from New Road Construction, Brooks Garrison of Garrison Architects, and Jim Eberts of Epic Environmental. I attached this report are the minutes of the September 11, 2007 executive session conference with privileged portions of those minutes redacted. During his presentation, Mr. Eberts asked if I received his report dated September 10th. I confirmed receipt of the same and informed him, members of the board, and contractors in attendance at the executive meeting that I will post the September 10th, 2017 report of the Epic Environmental on the school district's website, as is my practice concerning air quality tests and other reports related to construction. Epic Environmental's report of September 10th, 2017 was posted to the Pinelands Regional website on September 15th, 2017. At 1 p.m. Tuesday, September 12th, the New Road Construction conducted a standard bi-weekly construction meeting. Please see the attached construction meeting minutes that provide a summary of the discussions that took place. The meeting ended with the team visiting the roof to inspect other areas of the building to determine the extent of the problem. Upon completion of the inspection, I informed the interim superintendent about the inspection, what the inspection revealed, and summarized the information in an email message sent to the members of the Board of Education and Board Attorney. See attached copy of my email message of September 12, 2017 for the specific details reported. On 2 p.m. Tuesday, September 19th, the follow-up construction meeting took place to determine corrective action regarding the circumstances regarding the roof project. Those attending the reference meeting include the following: representatives from the Board of Education, Board President Mrs. Susan Ernst, Board Member Mr. Thomas Williams, Interim Superintendent Dr. Mary Ann Banks, myself, High School Principal Mr. Sean Bannon, High School Assistant Principal Mr. Darren Hickman, Facility Director Mr. Rich Mueller, Board Counsel Amy Haupt, and Rick Schenkman. Chuck Romanoli, Bob Crate from New Road Construction, Brooke Garrison from Garrison Architects, Rob Hammerstein, Trentville Roofing, representatives from Cabithan Roofing. Please see attached construction minutes for a summary of discussions that took place in that meeting. At 6 p.m. Wednesday, September 20th, the following individuals entered the executive session to discuss a potential litigation matter. Chuck Romanoli, Bob Crate, New Road Construction, Brooks Garrison, Garrison Architects. Attached to this report are the minutes of the September 20th executive session with privileged portions of those minutes blacked out. During the regular session of that meeting conducted on September 20th, the board president appointed an ad hoc committee of the board concerning construction project. The members of the ad hoc committee of the board included Mr. Thomas Williams, chairperson, Ms. Kim Hannadell, Ms. Susan Ernst. The Board of Education took action after consideration of proposals submitted to the board's request and appointed TTI Environmental as the district's environmental consultant of record. At 2 p.m. Friday, September 22nd, the following people met on the roof of the high school for inspection of test holes cut into the D-wing to determine the extent of the problem. Members of the ad hoc committee, Mr. Thomas Williams and Ms. Kim Hannadell, Facility Director Rich Mueller, Chuck Romanoli, Bob Crate, New Road Construction, Brooke Garrison, Garrison Architects, Jim Gallardi, TTI Environmental, Rob Haverstein, Tremco Roofing, representatives from Cabithan Roofing. Please see attached September 22nd special construction meeting minutes for further details of the events that occurred. Due to a previous commitment, I could not attend. I received confirmation from the interim superintendent that it was determined at the meeting that Mike Cabithan Roofing would replace the entire roof over D-wing. At approximately 3 p.m. Friday, September 29th, the contractor prepared the area for resuming roof work during weekends only. The district relocated the students from the affected rooms. On October 2nd, several parents and members of the public expressed concerns about odors and the general safety related to the high school roofing project. Please see the October 2nd work session meeting minutes, which will become available upon approval at the November 15, 2017 board meeting. Due to the concerns expressed and at the behest of board members, the acting superintendent decided to close school pending further testing. The school remained closed October 3rd through 6th and remained closed for the previously scheduled holiday of Monday, October 9th. On Thursday, October 5th, the district received a surprise visit from the New Jersey Department of Health. A comprehensive inspection by the Department of Health led to a finding that there were no violations of air quality in the school on that date. On Friday, October 6th, the following met to discuss the results of air quality tests recently conducted in the high school. Acting Superintendent Cheryl Stevenson, myself, Chuck Romanoli, New Road Construction, Tim Pop, Jim Gallardi of TTI Environmental. Based on those discussions, it was determined that the building was safe for occupancy as determined by the TTI Environmental Report of October 6, 2017. Air test reports for the dates of October 4th, 5th, 6th, and shown on our Pinelands Regional website. The roofing contractor completed the roof work the weekend of October 7th and 8th and continued to clean the roof debris from the classrooms below. Tuesday, October 10th, 2017, students returned to school. However, the affected classrooms underneath the roof work remained unoccupied since the environmental consultant had yet cleared them as being cleaned. Later on October 10th, school officials relocated the adjacent room of 164 due to the presence of a distinct odor. Keep in mind, roof work resumed during the building occupancy because the contractor removed and cleaned and replaced the D-wing room. Therefore, no asbestos-containing roof material no longer existed. Wednesday, October 11th, the board dedicated much of the meeting to address concerns related to the roofing project. The meeting included members of the construction professional team who provided explanations of matters, including problems encountered with the construction process, the results of environmental testing, and plans moving forward with construction. Thursday, October 12th, the district received a report about a screw falling from the roof deck. Further investigation by New Road Construction demonstrated that the roof contractor failed to fully remove all the components of the old roof. Due to the obvious safety concerns, school remained closed Friday, October 13th. On Monday, October 16th, the district began the process of instituting split sessions. The district also demanded the contractor rectify the situation immediately, work on the problem evidenced by the presence of material debris, such as a screw that fell. The roof deck continues today. As you can see by the length of this report, the problems reported to the agents of the Board of Education involved in the project is complicated. I trust the scientific facts reported by me and documented by the accompanying reports and information clearly show that all important information was properly shared with the appropriate agents of the board. They included the interim superintendent, construction project manager, the board attorney, and the board itself. The facts demonstrate that the construction team and the school district administration properly and promptly reacted to problems caused by the contractor. I know that the actions I took during the entire ordeal were carried out to ensure safety of students and staff as the school administration's preeminent goal and responsibility. The data and facts recited in this report are documented by the included materials or displayed as cited on the Pinelands Regional website. My report and information, along with cited data, clearly demonstrate that I promptly shared all pertinent information with the policy-making body of the school district. That includes the Pinelands Regional Board of Education, the ad hoc committee of the board, the interim superintendent, and acting superintendent. My communication chain also incorporated the contracting parties responsible for carrying out a range of responsibilities for pending construction project in the school district. Of course, some information came to light by observation reported to the administration of the school by school district staff members or by contracted agents of the Board of Education after conducting investigations of the reports made by the personnel, by students, or by the contracted parties. This capital project is a significant undertaking by the Pinelands Regional Board of Education. In the decade-long period that I have served this school board and this school district as a school business administrator, I have seen our school community meet significant challenges time and time again. Our school community has overcome all sorts of unexpected problems caused by fires, floods, earthquakes, and unexpected reduction of support from the state of New Jersey for public education. I certainly hope that the Pinelands Regional School community understands their Board of Education, administration, faculty, and support staff members are all committed to the best interests of students and entire community. Thank you. I have copies of this report for anyone who would like them.
Before we begin answering questions
Yes.
for this meeting, at our last meeting on October 11th, which we had in the cafeteria, we had a similar form with parents sign in and questions. We addressed some on the fly, others we were to respond to them. Have those residents been responded to?
I don't have that list.
So, is that enough?
I don't know who was responsible for responding to them. It wasn't.
I have many of those same questions, so I was hoping to get a copy of the correspondence back to our residents. But maybe as a means to an end, I would like to ask that the recording from that meeting be made available to the board meeting so that I can go back and listen to that information that was shared. I'll also request the same of tonight's timeline in your minutes.
Can we do that?
Sure, I'm
absolutely.
asking for it to be put on the board drive.
You think he's supposed to write that?
Sure, we can do that.
No.
By the end of the
Not the
week.
public
So-
website. Not the public website.
The
I-
recording from the October
From the
11th
October
meeting, the
11th
professionals
meeting.
were there, a lot of information was
Right.
shared. I think it is important information. I would like to go back and listen to that myself again. I would like that to be made available.
To the public, not just the.
Okay. And tonight,
And tonight,
okay? We
I
can do that.
just want to clarify that after the October 11th board meeting, Mr. Brennan informed me, I then informed the acting superintendent that the computer program malfunctioned and the whole meeting is not recorded for October 11th.
What a coincidence.
Wow.
some of it,
What a coincidence that
We
is.
have some
That's
in the
amazing.
beginning and the
We'll be
very
in
end.
jail.
So basically, the parts that we need are cut out of it.
Yeah.
Point of order, Mr. Ernest, for some reason, we can't hear the microphones. Are they on? Because they
It's
can't
on,
hear
I'm
you.
sorry. I can shout if you need me to, is that better?
There you
Okay.
go. We just can't hear you.
Everything's gone.
Can you restate that for the crowd, please?
Absolutely. What I was just saying to Mrs. Papakua is that Mr. Brennan informed me at October 11th, directly after the meeting, and I then informed the acting superintendent that the computer program he utilizes malfunctioned, and he does not have the whole recording for the October 11th meeting. He only has the end, which includes the board forum.
Of course.
Does Citizens TV have it, possibly?
No.
No.
Alright, did you have something else, Mrs. Papakua?
Move on to the next.
Okay.
Unreal.
I'm gonna go back and look at some of these questions, which I'm now looking at what I've written.
You might
and it
use
looks
that
like
too.